you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all time. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for joining wherever you are joining from. I appreciate you. If you're joining from any part of the world, I say may Chukwu Okike continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. Thank you for joining me on this very broadcast today, on this episode of the broadcast. We have to continue to do what we know how to do best and continue to encourage Biafran people, my brothers and sisters, more especially those of us in Biafra land. I appreciate every one of you who has spent time to join us on this very broadcast. Odozie Nana, thank you for joining. I appreciate every one of you who is joining and sharing. Ekesen Linus, thank you for joining. Ekesen, please, as you join, you share on your own platform, share to family and friends, share to those who are closer to you. I thank you all who have joined and those who are going to join in time to come. I appreciate you, and those who are going to watch in time to come. We are here once again as we are counting down, drawing very close to our freedom. We will not stop doing that which we know how to do best. We will not stop waking you up and letting you know what you have to do and what is coming. That is why I'm always here. I am here to ring the bell once again to you, to encourage you, Biafrans, wherever you're watching from, to continue to do that which you know how to do best. Mokora, good luck. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you all that are joining. James Friday, my brother, thank you so much for joining. We will continue to do that which we are supposed to do, and we can never be distracted. You remember, I always tell you on this platform that you are going to see more blackmail. You are going to see more propaganda. You are going to see things you never imagined will happen. And I can tell you, they are happening today. More things are happening on different angles, on different sides. More lies and propaganda are coming out. And today we are going to talk about one of those lies that we have been seeing that they are pushing around. We woke up to see the fake letter they are circulating up and down, saying that Finland government wrote to Mazi Simon Ekpa. It is so sad. That is how low the contraption can go. This is how low the contraption can go, to blackmail and tell lies about an innocent person. They can do everything to cover their lies. They can do everything to be relevant. They can do everything to see that they stop us from getting our freedom. But they are too late. They came very late. Very, very late. We are far ahead of them, and they cannot catch up with us. No matter how they try. No matter how fast they run, they can't be able to catch up with us. We have outrun them for a very long time. And every Biafra, wherever you are watching from, prepare yourself for going home. We are going home. We are going home. When you see the kind of lie they are telling today, you see the kind of propaganda they are pushing, you see the kind of how low they can go to be able to tarnish the image of our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, you begin to wonder, is there still a government in the zoo? Of course, there is no government in the zoo. And this is why we are always saying that this is a terrorist government. Nigerian government is a terrorist government. A government that sponsors everything that is wrong. Including those of them who are talking about the one Nigeria. Every one Nigerian is a fraudster. Every one of them. That is why today you see them pushing around different kinds of lies and blackmails. Up to the extent of going to use a fake letter-headed letter to go and write on behalf of a Finnish government. A fake letter-headed letter. The funniest thing is that they couldn't even be able to write the name of our spokesperson correctly. They were not even able to write the name correctly. That is how low they can go. And when you see this, you'll be wondering from which planet are they coming from? From which part of the world are these people coming from? But this is what we see on a daily basis, and it continues to happen. But what does that tell you? That tells you that every single thing we are doing autopilotedly, we are making a headway. It shows you that they are fighting their last battle. You know, when something wants to die, either an animal or whatever, when you slaughter an animal before it dies, it will fight the last battle. It will fight with all the strength it has. Not because it's going to be free, not because it's going to survive, but it has to fight, give that fight. That is what the contraption is doing today. That is what and they are going to do more. That is why I urge you, any place you are as a Biafran, continue to stand strong and stand firm. More attacks are going to come. More distraction will come. More blackmail and propaganda is going to come. But it's left for you. You that is genuinely seeking for your freedom. Do not get distracted. Don't look at any other place. Focus. Be focused. Be focused. Continue to move on that direction. On that very direction which you have chosen. It is a direction that every one of us chose by ourselves. Nobody chose it for us. Nobody forced us into it. We have decided to take our freedom into our hand. We have decided to take our destiny in our own hand and restore the kingdom of God on earth, which is Biafra. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. We are not only talking about it, we are working towards it, counting days to get to that very point. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. We have said it, and it is a very clear statement that we made. And we can never retract from that statement. It doesn't matter the blackmail they bring. It is so sad that they have forgotten that we are living in a global world. And every world in the Western world, they are not like the Zoological Republic. Even though they are evil, there are limits to things that they can do. There are limits to what they can do. The Western world, there are limits to what they can do. I don't know why it is so difficult for the contraption to understand that. That when you talk about human rights, it is not every country that behaves like the British. When you talk about the freedom of speech, it is not everybody that behaves like British. It is not everybody that treats their citizens the way the British treat their own citizens. Our spokesperson, Mazi Ekpa, is a Finland citizen. And Finland respects their citizens. They respect the right to their citizens. And the freedom of speech for their citizens. Finland is not like Nigeria. Finland is not Britain. The Finnish people have their own way of doing things. They respect law and order. They respect their citizens and they value every one of their citizens. They value them. They don't play around with their citizens. So if you're one of those who dance around and play around with your citizen, don't think that every other person will behave like you. That is why when they have seen that their blackmail and propaganda cannot fly, when they have seen that the attack on our spokesperson Mazi Ekpa cannot fly, they have now resorted into blackmail and propaganda. They have resorted into using their scam, their foundational scam, to begin to use fake letter-headed paper to write a letter that Finnish government wrote to Mazi Ekpa to stop broadcasting. To walk away from the seat at home, walk away from every order he's given, to direct his own followers to begin to follow the Zoological Republic. That is how low they can go. That is how low they can go. It is so sad. It is so sad that in the lawlessness of that contraption, the lawlessness is so wide that you cannot be able to hide it. They can't even hide their shame. They wash their dirty linen in the public, and the world is watching. The world is watching. What do you think that the international community will say, even though they are pursuing their own interest? What do you think they're going to say when it comes to a roundtable discussion? What do you think they will say after they saw you pushing out wrong information, false information against someone, a freedom fighter? It doesn't matter how you try to talk about it. It doesn't matter the name you give it. Freedom fighting can never be criminalized. Freedom fighting didn't start today. And it's not going to stop today. It will always be there. Anytime a human being feels oppressed, they will always fight for their freedom. There is nothing on the planet Earth that will make you to criminalize freedom fighting. You can't. As long as the person is fighting for a legitimate right. In the case of Biafra, everybody knows what we are fighting for. We are fighting for our life, fighting for survival. We are fighting to save our life. The case of Biafra is very, very clear. Since 1945, we have been under attack. We have been losing people. We are in a place where we are not wanted. They took our wealth, yet it's not enough for them. They are taking our life. It's not enough for them. They want to take our land. It is very clear what we are fighting for. And there is no man on the planet Earth that has conscience after seeing what the Biafrans are passing through in that contraption. After seeing what we are passing through in that contraption, there is no man that has conscience that will see what we are going through and stay allow us to be in that very contraption. Or blame us for what we are doing today. The more you continue to keep quiet, the more they begin to do more. Just like those who are talking about their so-called Ntuniakin, which is not going to happen. The London boy is there deceiving you. Today you have seen the Northern Forum and their strategies. Most of you, if you have not seen that video that was made by Northern Forum, go and look at what they are saying. The way they are threatening everybody. These were the people who said it was their turn during the time of late Muhammad Buhari. During the period of the late Muhammad Buhari, it was a song that the whole contraption was singing. Everybody was singing, including the Biafran people. They helped them to sing that song loud. And it was their turn. That was why they pushed Jonathan away. They couldn't even be patient to allow Jonathan to finish his second term. They never allowed him. They push him and push him and push him with all manner of force, all fraudulent means. They pushed him away. Both with their international connections and all what. They pushed Jonathan away. And today, the same people that told you this turn by turn, they are now telling you that it is about qualification. And tell me, if leadership is about qualification, who again can be able to hold that post apart from people from the southern part of Nigeria, mainly the Biafran people? I am not just saying it. Somebody from the south would have said it. But Ayadabanjo said it. That if you begin to choose the leadership of Nigeria based on qualification, the Biafrans will continue to provide presidency. But today you see the Northern Forum come out to threaten everybody, telling you that they have made the highest sacrifice, they have made the highest contribution. A blatant lie. They come out in the open and they tell their lies. Without, they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about what you think. They come in the public and they continue to push lie of a wrong figure, claiming that only them are the kingmakers, that they have number to make anybody want to be president. At this time, they will choose anybody they like. With the same statistics which London boy is bragging and telling you about. Fake statistics which made them the leader. That fake statistics, they give them the highest number that make them the most populated area. Some people are still believing on that rubbish. And you are going to conduct election based on that false statistics, and you think you're going to win. And you will continue to waste until you come back to your senses. The person that is trying to join the platform, if you want to join, keep your phone this way. You want to join the platform, keep your phone this way and make sure you click your rotation on. Click your rotation on and keep your phone this way. That is the only way you can be able to join me on this platform. So as I was saying, with all the false statistics that be handed over to them by British, you see the Northern Forum coming out to brag that they have made so much sacrifice and still saying that they have not had enough tenure, that they have not completed their own tenure. that they need more years. More years for what? More years to complete their colonization. That is the only thing. That's the right language. They say it openly. You see why Biafrans don't listen to anything called in Dorandoro in that country. You see why the Biafrans will not be part of anything called in Dorandoro. We cannot be part of it. We won't be part of it. Because there is never a time, political system will bring stability, security, or safety in that contraption called Nigeria. It will never. Election can never, ever, ever, ever give you a direction in the zoo because it has a faulty foundation. That is why, and now I know why our screen Mazi Nanikan respects Aya Debenja so much. In the recent interview of Aya Debenja, he said it. One of the interviews that I watched, I'm not sure if it's recent or the past, he said it, that as long as they continue to use this their 1999 constitution, that nothing will ever work. That before election will be conducted, there must be change of the constitution. But after he said it and there was no support for him, he has no other choice than to fold his hand and begin to watch them and then encourage them the best way he can. This is a man of 95. Telling them the truth before he ordered. But after speaking that truth, nobody backed him up. What are you expecting the old man to do? The old man is here today saying whatever he had to say. After telling them the truth, that he found out that he's just on his own. And that is the situation of the zoo. Most time when you tell them the truth, when you speak the truth to them, you will be on your own. Nobody's going to be on your side. That is how the zoo operates. Immediately you open your mouth to speak the truth in the zoo, that is the end. You lose followership. That is what happened to Mazi Nanikan. When Mazi Nanikan started speaking truth to authority, what happened? Even his closest friends deserted him. His brothers deserted him. Everybody close to him, they turned against him, called him different kinds of names. But because he's determined and he's chosen, he continues. Up to today, he's still fighting and they are holding him down. Thinking they're going to stop him. And Chukwu Kukabema used him to raise another warrior, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And today, Mazi Simon Ekpa, whom they called inexperienced person, they called him that thing in Finland. Today is no longer a thing. Today, you are calling a nation. It has become a discussion between a nation and nation because of that person you call a thing. Finland is not Britain. Because of that man they called a thing. Today, a nation and nation is, they are talking, sitting and talk because of him. You are running helter-skelter because of him. You are scared. You are shivering because of him. And I tell you, you're going to see more. More things are coming because he's standing on his right. He is standing on a solid foundation. Standing on the truth. There is never a time lie will overtake the truth. It will never happen. No matter how you try to paint your lie, no matter how you try to channel your lie, no matter how you try to tell the lie, it can never stand the truth. Never, ever. That is a fact that you must have at the back of your mind. It is clear that the autopiloted IPOB is making waves. They denied it for a very long time with different kinds of propaganda. Some say the autopilot doesn't have control. Some say, how can you be calling autopilot when you're not inside? Different kinds of words. But today, it has become clear that the only force to be reckoned with, in that Zoological Republic is the autopiloted IPOB under the spokespership of Mazi Simon Ekpa and on the leadership of Mazi Nanikan. Very, very formidable. Very, very, very consistent. joke with their statements, you're on your own. Take the autopilot for a joke, you're on your own. At this stage, I believe every single Biafrans know where they stand. Every Biafran child, parents, brothers, sisters, they know where they stand. And our stand remains the same, unchanging. You can write as many fake letters as you like. You can photocopy as many fake letters as you like. The more you make those mistakes, the more you exalt us and give us a reason to get out of the zoo. The more you continue to push all those your fake informations, the more you continue to tell the world how fake you are, how inferior you are. You went and concocted a letter with a fake letter heading, letter that emanated from nowhere. That Finnish government, you tell them that Finnish government is Nigeria? Finland government is not Nigeria. And Finland government is not like the UK. This is a country who has fought for freedom, and they know the value of freedom. You have them say that they respect the right of their citizens. It doesn't matter your color. It doesn't matter your race or your religion. The right of their citizen comes first. And there you are. Because he has seen it very clear that you are dealing with the untouchable. Then you begin to go on blackmail, to blackmail Biafrans. Oh, when we see that Finnish government have said, then we become afraid or what? And when we see the letter, we begin to talk in a different manner. You are wasting your goddamn time. You are only exposing yourself. Showing the world how criminal-minded every one of you are. How criminal-minded. This is how you end up turning the mind of every youth in that Zolka Republic. Turning their mind into evil. That is why the youths don't believe in legitimate jobs to earn money. They believe in forgery. They believe in fake, including your education, bribery and forgery everywhere in the Zoological Republic. That is why nothing works. Look at the change of Naira that you're talking about. Change of Naira is covered with fraud, lies. Every single thing is covered with fraud. This is the same man who said he's coming to fight whatever. Today, he came to fight corruption. Today, Nigeria has become much more corrupt than it has ever been in history. The government of Nigeria is now much more corrupt than it has ever been in history. There has never been any government as corrupt as this very government. They don't only exalt corruption, they advertise it openly. They are proud of it. They initiate people into it. That is how bad it is now. The present government of APC in Nigeria advertise corruption. They initiate the youth into corruption. They promote corruption and sponsor it. And they exalt corruption. That is how bad it is. And someone will come and be telling me that in that situation, that you are going to have a nation. You are telling me that in such fraudulent situation, that it can be have a better life. You are telling me that in that kind of a situation, that you can be able to form a country, that you can have an election and have a good result. That is how evil they are. And those of them in Biafra land, those of them in the southern part of Nigeria, who are keen into this fraud because of their own evil agenda. That is why those of them that claim to be Ohanes and do hin and down. Ohanes and do hin and down. After seeing that all their evil cannot work, they came out, they say they are increasing their bounty on the head of our spokesperson to $100,000. No longer $50,000, $100,000. You want to double it. You don't have something, you don't have a job. You have $100,000, yet you cannot make a difference in Biafra land. You have $100,000, yet you don't have your own house where you hold your meeting. You don't have your own hall, or Hanezende hall in Biafra land. You don't have it. You go to Abuja to hold your meeting. But you have 50, you have 100,000 to put for bounty on a Biafra. You have 100,000 to put as a bounty on a Biafra. But yet, common assembly where you can be able to hold meeting, you don't have in Biafra land. Your meetings are held in Abuja. You go and rent a hotel and hold your meeting. Is there any establishment in Biafra land where your name is placed and they say this is done by Yohannes and Debo? Anyone? If anybody knows about anyone, please write it on the comment section. If you know about anything that is built in Biafra land with the name Yohannes and Debo, write it. All we see them getting involved is in criminality. The money that was paid on behalf of the Biafra, the money that was paid for Biafran war, victims of war, and also taking away the remaining of the bombs that were thrown in Biafra land. The money that was paid, billions that was paid, where is it? It was paid and directed to Yohannes and Debo. Where did they keep the money? They shared it among themselves. What did they do with it? Nothing. Today, our Eastern Security Network are still discovering bombs that did not explode in the Civil War.